welcome to another live stream where I will be pulling a card for all Zodiac signs. Welcome everyone. Hello Chloe, Barrett, Alpo, Brian. There's two Brians, Brian, and Brian Carpenter. How's everybody doing tonight? Where's everybody watching from? Hi, Michael, Bobby, David, Curtis, Darthasher, WD. Charlie. So I've done a couple of live streams recently. If this is your first time seeing me in a while, it hasn't been too long since I've been around. There's some other more recent live streams where I've done it in the same format. Wow, from Scotland. Gorgeous day. Oh, thank you, Cursive. Thank you so much. Well, it was gorgeous here today in South Carolina. It could be Sam. Hey, Samesies. Hey, Vanderbilt. Alright. Lauren in New Mexico. Cool. So, I thought I would do a spontaneous live stream. I do still intend on filming some regular content. The audio seems to be better today. Hopefully it stays that way for live stream. And yes, so I do have plans for filming regular content soon. So thank you for being patient with me, and I hope that you still enjoy these live streams. I have a little ear whispering, a little ear cupping, and some oracle cards for every zodiac sign. We could do Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I'd also like to invite you all to check out my website for different ways to work with me. Very exciting things happening over at Cosmic Tingles Healing Center. I have another chakra class coming up May 30th. The first class was for the root chakra, and now we are working our way to the sacral chakra. It's going to be yin yoga, so it's very gentle and chill, perfect for beginners, and relaxation. How is the audio for everybody? Does it sound okay? I will click off and come back on if I need to. And yeah. Lee just sent me a text that it sounds a little funky, and not a good kind of funky. He's my audio's okay for you, Sam? Maybe it's his headphones or his computer. Let me know, chat, if it's funky good or funky bad. Alright. Maybe it's a little clipping. Oh boy, we did a sound check. Oh, Dara the Sherm, thank you so much for $9 and no, well, not dollars. €9.99. What do you call euros and cents? Well, thank you. What's that? Pounds? Shillings? Dara Sherm, for making me sleep contented for the last 10 years. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sounds a little glitchy. Clipping and stuttering. Terrible. Alright. Man, why the heck? Alright, so I think Lee's gonna come help. I'm gonna end this stream. We're gonna sort this out, and I'll be back once it's sorted. Okay, everybody? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna end it, figure it out, and then I'll be back. Thank you for your patience. I think he's at the door. Wait, put on stage tune screen. Oh. Okay. Am I back? Hopefully I'm back, and hopefully it sounds okay. The audio feed definitely did leave mushroom for improvement. That is funny, Frank. That is very witty and funny. It's better, Chloe. Good. I was gonna ask if you were a dad. That's so funny. Thank you. I needed a laugh. Technology. Oh my gosh. I always think of everything as like robots, you know? And when the robots are acting up, sometimes it's just confusing. But Lee helped, and okay, good. Sounds good. Hooray. Okay, so I was telling everybody that I have a Zoom class where everybody can join me it's gonna be beautiful. The last one was so beautiful, and it's gonna be on the 30th. We're gonna be working with the sacral chakra. It's gonna be guided meditation. I'm gonna be giving Reiki, and yeah, because I'm a Reiki master, and it's gonna be awesome. So check out Cosmic Tingles, healingcenter.com. You can also check out all the other different ways if you'd like to work with me. I have everything very reasonably priced right now, by the way, in case you think like, oh, that's, no, Reiki is usually too crazy. I keep things very, very reasonable compared to other energy healing practitioners. I do distant Reiki, where you can just set a time and I work with you, and I also get a lot of downloads and visions and psychic visions while I'm working with people that I report back. I say that it's like not guaranteed, but I always get something always comes up. But it just depends on the connection for how much comes through and like what is needed to come through. I also do Zoom one-on-one Reiki sessions, which are beautiful and very profound. And I do Seraphim Angel Reiki, where it's $11 for 21 days. So what is that, like 50 cents a day? You get Reiki each day, every night, through connecting with Seraphim Angels. And I saw a Seraphim Angel. I had a visitation 2 summers ago, so it is happening, and it's a beautiful service. I love providing it, and it's very reasonably priced for all the different spending brackets that people are interested in. I also do distant animal Reiki for any pets, or doesn't even have to be a pet. If you like a local squirrel, we could, whatever you want to work with. And I do personal ASMR, oracle, and tarot videos as well at different time chunks, depending on what you'd like to go for. So if you like this type of experience with oracle cards and tarot cards, then yeah. Seraphims look scary. Well, I know, and it's like a joke, like, be not afraid that they're like big. The one I saw was real small, and I saw at, you'd like to hear the more about your angel visitation, Lauren says, and then Sam says it looks scary. I know, it's like such a joke, right? It's like a big eyeball, like, be not afraid. But like, so I was doing a lot of energy work, right? I was like real deep into it 2 summers ago, and yeah, the next morning after doing like some real deep sessions at night, I had like a mosquito net up too, so I was like very like bug weary at the time. And so I will wake up, I look over on my wall to my right, and I think I see 2 mosquito hawks either fighting or mating. And I'm like about to yell for Lee to like go get a cup, because there's 2 big bugs next to me. And then I'm looking at it, and I'm realizing like I don't know what I'm looking at. And I say to this very high vibrational, tense dimensional archangel, I go, what the F is that? But I said the actual F-bomb, so I dropped F-bomb to an angel. I go, what the F is that? And then like it started to kind of like look like it was kind of underwater, like just very fluid looking, and then it just like went like this over to the side, and then went into the wall, and then choo, 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 choo. I saw it. It was almost like if someone had like a flashlight that was showing a mandala, and it kept changing different colors as it went up the wall. And I was like, Lee, I just saw something. I just cursed at an angel and almost put it in a cup. So it was like, it didn't have like eyeballs, but it's kind of like when you look at a dragonfly wing, where it had like stained glass. So it was like it wasn't in color. It wasn't like a bunch of eyeballs, you know. It was like they looked like eyes, but they were like drawn on it, like the segments of a wing. But it wasn't like a big old pupil, like big blue eyeballs or anything like that. Did it give me a message? So the way it came to me that like I was praying for helping somebody with a health issue, and later that day I got inspiration to look into a type of supplement that ended up being what they needed. So it was like I got kind of nudged in a certain direction later that day. So that's what I see the message was. Is F-bombing an angel that karma? Nah, I'm from New York, so it's not even a big deal. It's a curse. It's just makes a conversation more colorful and more funny, so I don't even find cursing a problem. But yeah, wild, dude. I feel like I should get to the cards, but there was one other vision I saw like that, where I was in the middle of doing some other kind of like energy work. It was like, it's this Palladian workbook where I was doing all these meditation activations, and then I fell asleep. We were visiting Lee's hometown, and I fell asleep on his parents' couch. They weren't there. And so I fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up and I saw on the ceiling what looks like an orange sea urchin floating on the ceiling. And my first thought was, whoa. And then I was like kind of like sad when it like went into the ceiling, because it was so cool looking. So like that's the thing, like stuff like this doesn't scare me when I see things. I think it's interesting, and I get excited by them. So I think that's why things get revealed to me, because they know I'm not gonna freak out by it. So I was just like, whoa. And then I went up into the ceiling, and it was just very like, it was just this very drowsy feeling. And I went back to sleep, and it was like just like I was like getting a download. And then later on, Lee went to wake me up to go upstairs to bed, and I was like still like in a haze walking up, and I could see on the wall that there was like all these geometric lines overlapping, that it looked like they were breathing out of the wall. And I was just like in this trance that I was just like half awake, and it didn't even like affect me. Like I didn't have like a reaction to it. And then I went to sleep, and then the next day I was like, what was that? And I was sober for this, by the way, in case I'm really wondering. And then, yeah, I've heard from other people that that's what a download can be, when you start to see symbols and shapes on the walls. And so it gets even more wild for... So I when I first saw that, my first instinct was that it was extraterrestrial. That it was some kind of like scout orb, some kind of extraterrestrial technology. And so that's what I kind of like clocked it as. I was like, cool. And then like a spiritual download, G-bone, cosmic download, spiritual download. Yeah, Wheatler downloads come in many forms for sure. Definitely all different ways, but this is just one of the ways. And yeah, then I was watching this seminar with this man called William Henry. If anybody knows William Henry in the chat, he is a historical researcher, and he does a lot of biblical art research as well. Very, very sweet man, very interesting. But so the crazy thing is, I need to email him because I don't know the name of this painting, but he showed this ancient biblical painting where there was an orange sea urchin looking thing in one of the paintings, and he talked about it as being some kind of interdimensional angelic vision. That was part of that painting. I was like, that's what I saw. So I need to write to him because I rewatched I couldn't remember which seminar it was on, and I kept scanning through. I couldn't figure it out. So wild things have been happening while I've been away, basically. I live a wild life. And alright, let's get into the cats. Lauren says Santa Fe, New Mexico is a spiritual vortex where some amazing healers live, and spirituality connection is really strong and encouraged. I highly recommend a visit if you're in the area. I would love to. New Mexico. I think Greg Braden lives in New Mexico. I remember Greg Braden is very cool. I guess he's a researcher, and he's a scientist and philosopher. He's a very cool guy. If you guys don't know who he is, he has a YouTube channel too. But he's also on Gaia TV and a lot of cool stuff. Alright, any Aries in the house? We're gonna start with Aries. There's been some more. That's not even like, that's just scratching the surface for all the stuff that's been going on. I'll do a full video of like updates on everything. It's just like, oh, it's so out there, but it's just real. Okay, Aries. What is a card for Aries? Which would be myself. Okay, Aries. Oh, let me write down 28. Ooh, Valerian. And we got it right side up. Is it mirrored? Or can everybody read? Valerian acceptance. Aries. Sun, moon, and rising. Oh yeah, I said this earlier, but we're doing the herbal astrology oracle tonight. Thank you everybody for being here tonight. It's really nice of everybody to join me, and especially because it's spontaneous. Sorry about the technical difficulties before. Thank you for being patient. Alright, 44. Valerian. Alright, so Valerian. Okay, so this deck says if you pull this card, read the upright and read the reversed, because it's like two sides of the same coin, that both energies are possible and available at this time to be aware of. Okay, so upright is order, loosening, acceptance, embracing imperfection, persistence, and flow. Yeah, that is a real challenge for me tonight, to embrace the imperfection of my glitchy audio. Reversed trigger ability. I was close. Overly ambitious, usually. Self-criticism, yeah. Perfectionist, always. And self-judgment. Working on it. Alright, so they give like the whole history of the herb. We're not going to go through all the history. We're just going to break down to the guidance for tonight some other time, because it'll just like a real long time. Alright, so the guidance for this card for Valerian, it's a beautiful herb. By the way, it's wonderful for sleeping. Valerian supports us by widening our trigger points and helping us zoom out of a situation that might be overloading you with anxiety or stress. Remember, go easy on yourself and don't push yourself too hard to meet goals. This is a great Aries advice. Valerian remedies the internal parts of ourselves that can embody mouse energy. Oh, that's adorable. When we're overly analytical and judgmental in high trigger mode. The message here is to take measure. Although your foundation can be established with great order, there is a certain amount of flow needed in order to enjoy creativity and growth. Exhaust yourself in the details. Embrace your imperfections, Aries. Beautiful. Chloe is an Aries. Basil and Sage is a Pisces, and her husband is Aries. Oh, Basil and Sage just love that hair color on you, by the way. Yeah, my hair is different, guys. It's like a little dark. You can't really see it so well in the dark here, but it's in the sunlight. It's very bright. I had red hair. I started dyeing my hair in like 6th grade. I started dyeing it red, and I was like red off and on up until I was like 22. So this is like very nostalgic for me. I've been all different kinds of reds. Like I would do a lot of box dye. I started in 6th grade because me and my friend one day heard that you can dye your hair with Kool-Aid, and I did like just my like half of my hair in the front with cherry Kool-Aid, and then the back was supposed to be purple, but it came out green. And at the time my hair was like very blonde from using Sun-In, like the spray, and so it was like pretty sad because my hair looked really good before that, and then it was like this like real dusty green, and so then, you know, my mom was like, well, what did you do? So we had to fix it by using, they were like, well, the front's not too bad, this red, so we just used a box dye and did the whole thing red, and that started my red journey. Yeah, I started doing my hair very young. Alright, next up, 34. We have Taurus. Any Tauruses? Lewis is a Libra, and he says hello, everybody. That's very, very Libra energy to say hello to everybody. That's very nice. Cyberman King says, how old are you now? 29? That's very sweet of you. I just turned 42. I was born in 1983. But thank you. Alright. Dr. G. Washington is a Taurus. Weeby is a Taurus. Darth Sherm is a Taurus. I assume that Taurus named Jade is Taurus. Yep, they're Taurus named Jade. Here is Taurus. I just turned 27 on the 15th. Oh yeah, it's, are we still in Taurus season? I think we're still in Taurus season. So, let's do it. We're about to hit Gemini season. What is a good card for Taurus as we do Sun, Moon, and Rising? It's a good card for Taurus right now. Rue. Protection. Beautiful. I know that Rue is, used to keep away ants. Yeah. That's what I know about Rue. Alright. Let's see. Wait, did we just, I'm like, what is time? Where are we? May? Yeah. Oh, we just entered Taurus season. I thought all of a sudden I was like, wait, are we just leaving Taurus season? No, we're just entering Taurus season. My bad. Wait, no. No, I was right the first time. We are leaving Taurus season and we're entering Gemini season. Yes. Okay, I was right the first time. I'm done. Alright. Taurus. Upright is Psychic Shield, Auric Protection, Angelic Wisdom, Banisher of Darkness, Restoration of Vitality. And if it was reversed, so both energies are available, so just be aware, Taurus. And if it was reversed, but it was upright, Spirit Possession, parasitic entities, anger, self-criticism, judgment, and self-hatred. Oh, and the astrological ruler for this card is Sun and Pluto. Valerian, can I see by like just looking at it? Neptune. Lots of Scorpios in the chat. Scorpios, yeah, I can see it, are into esoteric things like oracle cards a lot. Okay. Alright, Taurus. Rue is said to be the herb of angels, granting us the ability to channel the angelic realms. It emanates golden energy like a lion, powerfully protecting and pouring in light into any space that it inhibits. Resilient like the wide array of solar herbs, it grows generously and abundantly, thriving in all kinds of terrain, demonstrating its strong life force and vitality. Rue has landed in your cards today to remind you to protect your aura from lurking and possessive spirits that might be consuming your energy. Don't allow parasitic negativity to darken your field, which can create perpetual states of self-criticism, self-doubt, or self-hatred. Call upon Rue's power to shield your body with angelic forces and restore radiance, vitality, and love in your atmosphere. Beautiful. Alright. So that was Taurus, and Moon and Rise. Let's move on to Gemini. Any Geminis in the chat, please? Gemini. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the card for Gemini? And that was cool. Basil Sage, good. I'm glad you liked it. I've been watching you since your Smoke with a Friend ASMR before you had to delete the feeds. Well, you can find those on ASMR Freedom. It's just a random channel. I mean, it's not like monetized or anything. I just wanted them to like be somewhere for people to watch, but yep, I had to get rid of them. Where's all the new folks in the chat? Where are you watching from? I love hearing where you're from. Bea says I still go back to your wonderful garden videos every week. Oh my gosh. I've had a lot of work into those, but yeah, it's a good time. Oh, and if you're a Taurus, and that's like very Taurus energy too, the garden. Love the red on you. I'm an auburn and lighten it throughout the years to strawberry blonde. Keep that color. No more Kool-Aid. That's hilarious. Yeah, no more Kool-Aid. Definitely no more Kool-Aid. It's a terrible idea. Alright. Ooh, Lauren's a Gemini coming out of her Saturn return soon. Ooh. It's like 28, right? 27, 28 is when the Saturn return is. Where's the card for Gemini? Where's the card for Gemini? Alright, Gemini upright as well. Everybody's getting upright cards so far. Yarrow. Well, that's a neck. That is a interesting neck. This looks like an I Ching. And that is Venus, the sign of Venus. We got some scales. I love the symbolism in this deck. It's very, very inspired by traditional tarot and apparently I Ching too. It's gorgeous. Okay. Number 15. Oh my god, I opened right to it. I live for that. Okay. Upright is equilibrium, balance, discernment, nourished, psychic shield, divinatory, empathy, and sensitivity. That's a great advice for Gemini. Reverse would be imbalanced, emotionally drained, lack of boundaries, overly sensitive, self-critical, nearing burnout, and the astrological ruler for this card is Venus. Alright, the guidance for this card, Gemini, is if you're feeling emotionally drained or too sensitive for today's world, it's time to set boundaries to regain balance. Use your empathic abilities as grounding cords to your psychic powers and divinatory skills. Allow your sensitivity to be a filter for what is allowed within your psychic field and what isn't. Like the magic of the white herring, move slowly with precision as you navigate emotional waters. Herring teaches us the power of self-reflection in a way to transcend judgmental projections and low self-worth. Draw clear boundaries and examine yourself from a detached perspective. Don't blame situations or others as a reason to remain stuck. Yarrow's white light teaches us the power of shielding while remaining gentle in the process of self-discovery. Beautiful message. I wonder which I Ching that is. I have an I Ching set with the little coins, and I have an I Ching oracle deck as well. Maybe we'll do that one time. Does anybody here know how to read the I Ching? I love that. I love that I Ching was really popular in the 1960s. I read a book by Terence McKenna. Gosh, I can't. The one where he goes to South America and discovers a mushroom and sees UFOs. I can't remember the name of it. But he was pulling I Ching a lot while in his travels, and I think it's really cool that how popular I Ching was in the 1960s hippie movement. Oh, Park says, your garden videos are my absolute favorites. I don't have I'm in an apartment now, but I want to do some balcony gardening real bad. I'm doing some sprouting though. Like I'm doing. I have a little sproutery in the kitchen, so I'm still growing. The Mind Hallucinations in the I Ching by the McKenna brothers. I didn't know that was a book, but that's not the book that I read. My bookshelf is right in the hallway. I'm bad at remembering the titles of books. It's the one where like his brother like goes to another dimension. I only read one of his books so far, so I don't know if that's common, if that's like a distinctive to that book, but alright, next up we have Cancer. Let me do the timestamp 48. But that book sounds good. Yeah, I didn't even know he had an I Ching in the title of a book. Brian. That's cute. Okay, what is a card for Cancer? My moon is in Cancer, so this maybe we could do sun, moon, and rising. Rising. What is a card for Cancer tonight? What is a card for Cancer? Alright, we have our first reversal. It's okay, Cancer. Don't worry. Lavender Weaver. You know, this last Scorpio full moon, I think a lot of people, yeah, it was a heavy full moon, Scorpio full moon. Right? Wait. Yeah, it is Scorpio full moon. You don't think about that for Taurus season. Like, oh, Taurus season, good times. Yeah, let's eat some cake. Let's hang out on the couch. But no, you got that Scorpio full moon because you always get the sister sign of the season coming up as a full moon. You get the same sign as the new moon for any astrology newbies. Yeah, every month you get the new moon as the same sign, but then you get the opposite sign, the sister sign, as a full moon. So the Taurus season comes with that Scorpio full moon, pretty intense. So it's then Scorpio season, you'll see the Taurus full moon. So yeah, you always get that dichotomy, juxtaposition of the opposites energy. Okay, 20. Who was here last stream when I pulled the card about 11/11 at 11/11? That was awesome. Okay, if you want to go back and watch it, it was red. It was under the Libra timestamp. Oh my gosh, my earbud. Alright, Cancer energy. We have Lavender. Upright is Weaver of potential, new beginnings, intuitive intellect, contemplative phase, emotional fulfillment, walking in alignment, and then reverse, which it did come out. Well, both energies are available. Two sides of the same coin. So reversed is unsettled spirit, unable to see possibility, lack mentality, untrusting, and overly critical. And the astrological ruler of this card is Mercury. What a beautiful card. You gotta love lavender. Look at that nice angel playing a violin. Isn't that such a Cancerian energy? Because the Cancer is the mother of the astrology in there. There's a nice mom with a little baby. Alright. So, the guidance for this card, Cancers. You didn't realize Taurus and Scorpio were so connected in that way. So cool. Yeah. So, sometimes to get to know a sign, you look at what the sister sign is, which would be 6 months away from it. What would be on your half birthday is your opposite. So sometimes to learn about a sign, you look at its opposite. I could ramble on. This is like... yeah, this is such an interesting topic. So, but they're opposites, but they also help bring balance to each other so that they don't go into like the shadow side of a sign. It's very interesting, but they're, yeah. So, what did someone say? It looks like a Lear. My dog's name is Lyra. Lear. Yeah, like the Lyra constellation. Little harp. Okay. Lavender is much like the medicine of a spider. A master communicator that organizes. Someone's moving furniture upstairs. Oh my gosh, as I say organizes, someone's like rearranging their apartment. That's funny. Organizes, refines, and systemizes many elements in life. Lavender's medicine provides us with the power of discipline and focused energy, key elements to enable aligned manifestation. Spider is here today to remind you that when you're not communicating from a higher alignment, we quickly become entangled, overly critical, and even block the full flow of creativity and healing communication. Connect to the energy of the spiral to journey deep into your shadows and allow the self-organization system to facilitate a higher alignment to your foundation when needed. Use the gifts of communication, such as music, poetry, art, and dance, to nurture creativity as you weave your life. Beautiful energy for the Cancers. That's wonderful advice. The Aries was at 28 minutes. I'll put the timestamps when I post it. But we also do sun, moon, and rising signs as well. Alright, we're moving right along. To Leo. Any Leos in the chat? I have to crack my neck, but I'm gonna resist until after this dream. I feel it. Okay. Leo. What is a card for the Leos tonight? What is a card for Leos? Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Card for Leo. If it's a sunflower, I'll freak out. Alright. Nope. Psilocybin. Psilocybin in reverse. Fairies and psilocybin. Red. Okay. And the message of this card is about commune. Page 49. That's funny, I was just talking about Terrence McKenna. We get psilocybin. Alright. Upright is communing with the sacred, connecting to otherworldly energy, remote viewing, regeneration through union, coming together with a tribe, and finding cosmic family. So that's the energy that's available to you right now, Leo. It did come up reverse, but like, don't take it too seriously, because this is like a very large group reading. But astrologically, there's probably some kind of alignment that's causing a little extra friction, probably. So did come up reverse, so just be aware of disconnection, lacking community, fear of merging with others, lack of interest in connection, soul loss, and pain from the past. The astrological ruler is Pluto and Sun. I feel like that's a great message for Leo too, to be more art, because Leos are so social. So it's really important for Leos to get out there and connect with people. So guidance for Leos for the psilocybin is Los Niños Santos have come to tell you that you have arrived to your place of power. They are beacons of light on Earth and offer psychic healing on a collective level. Los Niños Santos, I guess that's the fairies of psilocybin. Los Niños Santos are asking you to tune in and commune with the ancestors and powers that be to further develop your power. Psilocybin floods our body with light codes, loosening the knots we've volunteered to protect through the journey of life. Don't resist the profound teachings. Relax into the higher mind as you commune with its loving awareness, as you find home within commune with others and experience that support you, and experiences that support you, connect you to nature and the extensive community of energies that are lovingly there awaiting your conscious arrival. Commune with the spirits and channel the wisdom provided with surefoot spontaneity. Get out there and socialize, Leos, you're great at it. Alright. Raphael says, I love your ASMR, X-Files, medical exam, sculpture, and hypnosis videos. So relaxing. That's a very cool video. I love the X-Files show. Thank you very much. Alright. Next up, Virgos. Any Virgos in the house? Virgos. What's a card for Virgo? We're moving along pretty good. What's a card for Virgo? Hello, Matt. Virgo. Okay, these came up in reverse, but that's okay. Ooh. Jurgon Sacha. I don't know this herb, and I've never pulled this card before. It's very reminiscent of the Tower card in the Tower in the Tarot. I don't know this herb, and the theme of this card is transformation. This looks like that plant that's like very stinky, right? Yeah, that's what that, well, I don't know if that's an herb, but all these are supposed to be like edible medicinal herbs. Let's find out. I might read this description of this plant because I don't know it. I think it's a little obscure. Unforeseen changes, breakdown, transfiguration, poison transmuted, evil neutralized, rising from the ashes, and then reverse, which it was, crisis, destruction, black magic, bad intentions, sorcery, poison, being made humble. Virgos, y'all been going through it. good, Virgo. You guys good? What? Astrological rulers are Mars and Pluto. Alright. Spill it, Virgos. What's been happening? Okay. Durgan Sacha is a signature plant as its indigenous uses directly mirror its appearance. Its molded coloring calls to mind a poisonous snake native to the Amazon, and local villages use the starchy root as an anti-venom. Oh, interesting. In Peru and Ecuador, the snake and plant are both called Jurgen Sacha or Fer de Lens. In Brazil, the snake is named Jararaca, and the plant Erva Jararaca, which translates to snake herb. In the Amazon, the bloody resin of this plant is used in many rituals of protection against all spiritual sickness. Bilis, which is bile and rage. Hechizos, which is hexes. Mal de ojo, evil eye. Mal ere, evil wind. And Envida, which is envy. And protection against brujos. Malavitos, which is black magic sorcerers. Considered a neutralizer of the highest order, Jurgen Sacha converts any intended harm or intense evil into benevolent energy. Indigenous tribes in Guyana have employed it as an antidote for stingray wounds, spider bites, and poisonous dart arrow wounds. Other indigenous cultures believe that biting the legs and feet with the leaves of Jurgen Sacha acts as a snake repellent. Well, this is great education for anybody. Now we know. In addition to being an anti-venom, the powdered tuber is used as antiviral for asthma, lung inflammation, whooping cough, parasites, and menstrual disorders. Baths of Jurgen Sacha were also common for those with gout, arthritic pain, and similar imbalances. Jurgen Sacha's staggering power to neutralize the strongest of known poisons and protect the body from vigorous viruses is some of the many reasons it falls under Mars and Pluto's rulership, both planetary bodies. Like Jurgen Sacha, overwhelm and activate to transform, ignite both destruction and resurrection internally and archetypally. Powerful plant, my goodness. And the guidance for this card, Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Watch your back. Jurgen Sacha represents the radical change and breakdowns. This card can mean that someone or something is harming your energy. If this applies to you, remember that the darkest of energies that bring crisis or unforeseen changes can be transmuted into benevolence. Even the strongest of poisons can be medicine. The first step in neutralizing is recognition. The second step is removing fear and insecurity. The third step is reconstruction of the self. Examine your life from a third-person perspective. Draw upon universal forces to transmute the environment, people, or situations that are depleting your life force. Wow. I feel like that is good energy for Virgos. Virgos, yeah, they can see the imperfections of those around them, and it can be quite daunting for them. Alright. Hey, Frederick. Alright. Libra. What's a card for Libra tonight? I'm having a nice time. I hope you are having a nice time. Why is a card for Libra? I remember there was Libra here earlier. A card for Libra. Alright, we have for Libra, Ashwagandha in reverse. Don't stress too much about being in reverse. Ooh, we have all the chakra symbols. And we have sun and moon in a vessel. And the ashwagandha plant growing out of it. And the north node and the moon. That was a super helpful card. Thank you. You're welcome, Talon. That was intense. Virgos must have some pretty intense energies happening. Like, you gotta look out for yourselves. Alright, 54. Protect your energy. 54. Oh, and the theme of this card, Libras, is purpose. I love ashwagandha. Herbs of the lunar nodes. Upright is finding divine purpose, your dharma, finding the future self, receiving a divine gift, and the reversed energy that's also available to be aware of is unable to find purpose, feeling lost, confused, wounded from the past, and exhaustion. Astrological rulers of this card and plant for you, Libra, is the north node and the moon. So you have the opportunity to find your dharma right now. You don't have to feel lost, Libras. The guidance for this card is ashwagandha, like their north node, mirrors the potential of our divine purpose, also known as dharma in Sanskrit. Ashwagandha contains both solar and lunar elements within it, as it provides great strength and adaptability, yet with the deep qualities of the moon, such as relaxation, lucidity, and expanded consciousness. Ashwagandha reminds us that it's not necessary to fully know the entirety of your purpose in order to pursue it. When you're living in alignment with your dharma, there is no separation between your inner and outer realities. It becomes a cohesive expression, therefore granting a feeling of wholeness and completion. Perhaps you are not clear on your desired outcome, so your efforts feel unfocused or purposeless. Even if you've lost touch with your why, remain open to the mystery of the journey. Stay focused and playful. Keep following the signs. You know what's so funny? As I said, like, unfocused, I saw a little fuzzy fly, and I like lost my focus. Like a little fuzzy. Spoochie, thank you so much for your $9.99 donation. I appreciate you. Thank you, Spoochie. That's a fun name. Spoochie. the donation. Thank you. Alright, so that was you, Libra. Ashwagandha. Oh, also, you can also, for this deck, I forgot to mention, you can like meditate and like bring the energy of these herbs into your life. Find pictures of them and just like call upon the spirit of the plant to meditate with. Or if they're a plant that you can safely take for whatever your body situation is, you know, everybody should always check for medications and stuff like that, or whatever. Everybody just know your body. If it's an herb that you feel called to, then these herbs can be useful for that, and you know, or you could just meditate on the herb as well. So ashwagandha, I have ashwagandha, I love it. Alright, Scorpio, there was a bunch of Scorpios here. Francisco, did we already pass Gemini? We did. It was at the 42-minute mark. I will be putting the timestamp for the playback. Nightlight, where are you? I'm in South Carolina. You took a long time to return. Welcome back. Well, thank you. I've come back recently with some more. I've had a few lives in this new house the past few months. I think it's like my third or fourth live that I've done. So yeah. All right, Scorpio with G-Bones, Scorpio. What is a good card for a Scorpio? Makes sense. Hello, another Libra saying hi to y'all. That's very nice Libra energy to say hi to everybody. Thank you. Hi, Nick. Libras are very diplomatic and friendly. What is energy? Oh, let me write down the timestamps. What is a card for Scorpio? Oh. The back of this deck is beautiful too. Everything about this deck is beautiful. I love the artwork. Alright, upright we have Mandrake, and the theme of this card is sensuality, which is very appropriate for Scorpio because they rule over the reproductive organs. Every sign rules over a certain part of the body. Alright, Mandrake. 45. I always think, for Mandrake, I always think of that scene in Harry Potter, right? Right. Mandrake is about sensuality, discovering new forms of intimacy, finding the inner beloved, expression of healthy sexuality and abundance. And be aware of the reversal energy is block sensuality, shame around sexuality, creative energy misdirected, and unchanneled desire. The astrological ruler is Neptune and Venus. Yeah, that's very, very Scorpio vibes, big time. Good pulls tonight, guys. We got good pulls. It's making sense. Alright, the guidance for this card is Mandrake is here to ask you to find new forms of intimacy. Ask yourself what inspires bliss, joy, and passion in my life. Notice how you relax into flow and more easily attract what you need and desire when you focus on energy givers such as joy. Mandrake is here to assist you in liberating unchanneled creativity and sensuality, releasing energy from the sacral center and activating your pleasure centers to experience a higher form of love. Don't allow unworthiness, fear of rejection, and inhibition of pleasure to stop you from experiencing higher love. Focus on giving your gifts to the world with overwhelming passion and open up to receive fully and fearlessly. Well, and you can also sign up for my sacral chakra class. This is perfect. Scorpios, come on down. Come join my class on May 30th. We're doing the sacral chakra to open up the creative, sensual chakra center pathways. Beautiful. Let's see. How's everybody in the chat doing? We're just going cranking away here. I don't think you can eat mandrake though. I don't think that's like can you? I don't think so. Oh, in ancient times, the dried root was soaked in wine and enjoyed as a love potion. Interesting. I did not know that. Mandrake. You don't see mandrake too much in the grocery store. You're right. 120. Sagittarius. You thought the mandrake root meant you should do more smoke or something similar. Well, yeah. I thought it would be more something like an incense or something. Generally considered a toxin these days. Is it? Does it say that? Medicinally, it was used as a narcotic to relieve anxiety, depression, insomnia, pain, colic, stomach ulcers, and constipation. Doesn't say anything here about being a toxin. Interesting. You never know. Never know. Alright, Sagittarius. Any Sagittarius is in the house, sun, moon, and rising. Oh, thank you, Victoria. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Mick. That's very kind of you too. I was, this spontaneous stream. I almost didn't come on, but I was like, no, I gotta do it. I was feeling sleepy, and I was like, nah, I gotta hop in. I wanted to do it, and I should stick to it, and here I am. Right, Sagittarius. What is a card for Sagittarius? Alright, we have... Oh, I don't know this herb. Mitragenia. Mitragenia? And the theme is shape-shifting. And then that's the sign of Neptune. And this is the sign of Saturn. I don't know this herb. dragonfly. It's beautiful artwork. $34. Matrix dreams that you may pull it up apparently. Yeah, like in Harry Potter. I know, that's what I always think of too. Because they look like little people. They look like the roots always look like little people. And I think only close to shaman level people should procure it. Not sure whether it should be boiled first or only the roots. I have no idea, Brian. It's news to me that it was even edible. I mean, to be honest, I thought it was I didn't realize it was a real, actual plant until, like, maybe even, like, till I got this deck. I thought it was, like, just like a myth of, like, some kind of little human plant that screams. It was in this anime I saw called The Flying Witch that they had to, like, pull screaming magic. So I've just seen it in, like, fantasy versions. So yeah, I'm not familiar with it. I don't know where it grows. I don't know. Alright, so Sagittarius, subconscious healing, synchronistic inner and out of worlds, shape-shifting, time travel, transcendence of illusion. That's very Sagittarius. So that would be the upright energy. It was reversed, but you know, it's okay. You have that upright energy tap into. Reverse would be obsessive thoughts, illusionary facade, addiction, self-abandonment, unable to grow, and stagnancy. Sagittarius does not like stagnancy. They like adventure. They like travel. I can imagine they would like shape-shifting travel. Oh no, shape-shifting or travel. I thought it was one phrase, but no, shape-shifting or time travel. I mean, you could do both stuff. You can multitask. The astrological ruler is Saturn and Neptune. And the guidance for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is the balance side of Mitragenia represents the ability to shapeshift and adapt across realities. Like the dragonfly, Mitragenia grants us the power to break through the illusionary facade we often accept as reality, providing us the freedom from pain in order to break through limiting illusions. Dragonfly, like Mitragenia, I don't know if I'm saying that right, helps us initiate subconscious healing from the trauma experienced from the endless cycles of pain and suffering. Dragonfly medicine invites us to seek out the parts of our habits that have gone unchanged, unnoticed, and stagnant. Ask yourself, have I tended to the changes I've been wanting to make? Don't get lost in the labyrinths of self-doubt. Sagittarius is break free from the elusive belief systems that hold back your transformations. Beautiful card for Sagittarius. Yeah, break free. Fly your freak flag, Sagittarius. Need to read into this stuff more. Yeah, it's very interesting. in the descriptions you've heard over the years for what a Sagittarius should be and how diametrically opposite they tend to be from one to the next. Shape-shifting sounds perfect. I can see that. Yes, Sagittarius are a good time. They're party, right? They're big energy. Kalina says either shape-shifting or travel is an escape. Change the situation or change the mask this week, and that's definitely frighteningly fitting. Beautiful. Darth Math, thank you so much for your €9.99 heading to bed. Awesome to see you back again, Kayla. Thank you so much, Darth Sherm. Thank you for being here. And hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm just on my dad's account and I love your videos. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for being here. Mary Diza Lopez says I really miss your videos. Thank you so much. I'm going to try real hard to do some more uploads, and thank you so much everybody for being here for the lives and being patient with me while I get some official videos. Thank you so much everyone. And we are up to Capricorn. Any Capricorns? 29 Capricorns. What's the card for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn. Any little water goats? I'll be putting the timestamps for everybody. Okay, we have a reverse. Don't worry about it. Arnica, the teacher. That's a great energy for Capricorn. They do have like teacher energy. So that's the Arnica flower. And then we have this celestial wolf. An elder making potions. And this is the symbol for Saturn. Arnica I know as an herb for topical pain relief. I've known it to be used for that. Alright, 33. So just be aware of the reversed energy as well as the upright energy, because both energies are available to you. Aim for the upright energy and be aware and cautious of the reversal energy. It did come up reversed, but that's okay. I think, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's reversed. Alright, upright is loyalty, commitment, perseverance, teacher, stability, companionship, community, and unique path. Reversed is individualist, finding your own way, lone wolf, overly independent, and avoiding confrontation. Astrological ruler for this card is Saturn, and that's also the ruler of Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so that's fascinating. And yeah, so they can also be lone wolves, and yeah, I feel like that's really good Capricorn vibes. Okay, let's see what the guidance is. Arnica has long been associated with wolf medicine. Interesting. Symbolizing loyalty, leadership, community, intuition, and intellectual intelligence. Wolf, like Arnica, teaches us how to become resilient teachers so that we experience greater knowing and help others as they seek their own path. When Arnica grows in the wild, it is found in unique and mystical patches, showing us its unique form of manifestation and growth. Like wolf, it does not follow established pathways. It finds its own way, off the beaten path, defying patterns of habit. Draw upon the power of your tribe to discover the power of co-creative support. Holding your unique power with a community further empowers your vision and capacity. Like a wolf, be fiercely loyal to your tribe while also upholding your unique talents. That's a great advice for Capricorn. Capricorn's like the father of the Zodiac, and they're like known for being very business-minded and goal-oriented, and can kind of just like be like focused on providing and getting work done. And so I could see them like a lone wolf and knowing to reach out and lighten the load and get power in numbers. Alright, we are moving on. Lauren, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Alright, and the Aquarius is, let me do the time stamp. 1 hour 35. Anybody just coming in, check out Cosmic Tingles Healing Center for different ways you can work with me for different energy services or custom ASMR, Oracle, and Tarot videos, as well as joining the upcoming Yin Yoga Reiki guided meditation class focusing on sacral chakra activating and balancing, coming up on the 30th, May 30th. Alright. My Cal is Aquarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising Aquarius. What? Here, let me do a little shuffle around. What is a card for Aquarius? Then we got Aquarius, and then we got Pisces, and then we did them all. Ooh, oh boy. Alright, we got Angel Trumpet. Transformation happening for Aquarius. The theme is death, but like, it's, don't worry. With tarot and stuff, it's like ego death, okay? Don't worry. It's not real death. Angel Trumpet. These, oh man, there was a bush of angel trumpets. Actually, there was a few in San Diego. Smelled magnificent, and they just like look musical, right? They just look like they're just little hanging instruments. Trumpet, yeah, that makes sense. Like they look like they're playing some kind of music that we can't hear. 46. Oh, I see that Dorothy corrected me that it's pounds for yeah, when like euro is like in cents, they don't say cents, and I was like, what do they say? It is pounds, because I thought pounds was just used in the UK. I don't know. Alright, Aquarius. The upright is breakdown, cathartic transformation, rising from the ashes, elimination, and shedding of the old. Yeah, it's like ego death too. Reverse would be ignoring the call, mental and emotional crisis, illusions shattered, refusing reality. That would be for Aquarius, to be refusing reality. I have Aquarius rising, so this is actually me too. Alright. It's all an illusion, right, Aquarius is? What is time? What is reality? It's what's real. Alright. Guidance. Angel's trumpet signals a time of crisis or ego death. A deep emotional breakdown is due or near. You may feel lost in your own despair, depression, shame, or unworthiness, but know the angels of discernment and darkness are here to support you, coming eye to eye with the darkness, coming eye to eye with the darkest feelings within yourself catalyzes the greatest awakening. It's like a dark night of the soul. Deeply pause, let go of control, and witness the broken pieces within yourself with loving awareness. The medicine of the bat. I didn't even see a bat. Oh, there he is. My fingers just cut it. I love bats. The medicine of the bat symbolizes the need for a ritualistic ego death of relations, situations, or aspects of life. Bat, like angel trumpet, signals catharsis and rebirth, signaling literal or metaphysical death of old patterns and worn out habits. Understand that you can reconstruct at any time, regardless of how shattered you may feel. Big energies happening for Aquarius with that Scorpio full moon we just had. I know a lot of people have been feeling super heavy. And 41. Now we're going on to Pisces. Sangre free. I just jumped in just in time for your sign. Beautiful synchronicity. I love that. Well, you're from Scotland, which is in the UK, so yeah, the UK only uses pounds. But I'll have to look it up. I'm just confused. But you guys use euro too? There's euro and there's pounds. There's I know they in like the old times, like in Mary Poppins, they say like shillings. I don't think you guys use shillings anymore. Oh, I see some British YouTubers. They say something else. I've seen quid. I don't know what a quid is. Alright. What sign is the most common among people? Virgo. There's more Virgos than anything, and they were conceived around the holidays. Alright. Pisces. What's a card for Pisces? What's a card for Pisces? upright lion's mane. Ooh, leadership for Pisces. I love how they made the lion's mane mushroom like a real lion. Got some scales. And that's the Uranus sign. Wait, no, never mind. And then Mercury. Some kind of beautiful, it looks like a rainbow, but it's just like blue, like an indigo rainbow, which is cool. Some scales. Some constellation, I'm not sure which constellation that is. And then for Pisces energy, we have the water here. Perfect. Shooting stars. Lion's mane mushroom is great for focus. It's really good at cognitive, neurological support. Alright. Lion's mane upright, which it was, sacred masculine leadership, ambition, provider, strong-willed, and spiritual provider. Reversed, beware of the reversed energy. Pisces would be egotism, vanity, self-interest, lack of intention, forceful, and apathy. Astrological rulers of this card and this mushroom is Mercury and Uranus. The guidance for you today, Pisces, for lion's mane. I love this card. I love it. There's a bunch of cards with lions in it. We had at least 2 tonight with some lions. The lion is a symbol of power, animus, and primordial essence within the sacred masculine that expresses itself as relentless determination, ambition, focus, and will. When we meet lion's mane, we immediately feel a regal and generous presence. When out of balance, vanity and overconsumption block the flow of love, coming in to inspire ambition. Power isn't powerful when you put others or yourself down. You are a wielder of raw power and may be destructive of consequences. If consequences are overlooked, lead your life from a place of compassionate leadership, and the rest will follow. Pisces, taking charge. Quid is a pound. It's a slang. No way. I thought it was a real measurement. What do you know? I thought it was an official term. Beautiful cards. Alright, we did everybody. I'm gonna put the timestamps when I post this video. I'm gonna have to figure out how to, hopefully I'll be able to splice out the beginning of this. Does anybody have any questions for me before I go? I have a couple more minutes to hang out. Anybody have some interesting quick questions? Anything you'd like to share? Quid is just slang for pound. UK is made up of 4 countries all using pound as currency. We've never used euros. Oh, even when they're part of the European Union. I hope this clears it up a little. Interesting. It shows up as the euro symbol. Fascinating. I know that the Pisces rising is the most rare of rising signs because it's the shortest amount of time. more whisper videos. Yes, I'm definitely going to be doing my best to get some good content for you guys. I just wanted to pop on live because it's fun to do lives and it's very efficient and very nice to be interactive, but I definitely would like to film. Oh, it does look different, a little funky E for euro and for pound. Oh, yeah, pound kind of looks like a little L, like a little funky L with a line. Wow, thank you so much. I never knew what the symbol was for pound. It looked like a euro to me. My bad. Not sure if you missed it at the start. Those cards are beautiful. What's the deck called you've used, if you don't mind? Yeah, this is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I put a link in the description of the video if you want to just pop that over. It's like a Amazon link, so like if you get it, then I get a bonus for sharing it. Yeah, she did great work. It's such a, it's you could tell like it was really done with such sacredness and like a real professional channeler and artist. I think they just work so beautiful together. And as like if you read tarot, you can see the little similarities that they've taken from the tarot archetype, but like made it their own in all different ways. Yeah, I think they've done a really beautiful job. You can tell they really put a lot of work into it. My green screen work is awesome. Thank you. That helps sometimes. That's better than others. What are rising symbols and things like that? I'd like to know more so I can have more idea about what's being said about my sign readings. Thanks, Keila. Yeah, so you can Google free natal chart. Natal. Natal. Free natal chart. Usually, I think it's called freeastrology.com. Put your name in, put where you were born, put what time you were born, and the time will tell you what your rising sign is. And then you can see all the planets where they were in the sky when you were born and how that applies to your natal chart, your star chart. So when people are like, oh, what's your sign? They're referring to your sun sign. So that's just like where the sun was in the sky when you were born. But it's also important where everything else was, and that applies to your personality and your life path and your soul contract. So because the moon has a place for what your emotions are, and like your rising represents your window and like your it's like the mask you wear, like how you present yourself to the world, and it's people's first impression of you. So it's like, say you're like if your sun sign is very different than your rising sign. Oh, I just kicked the thing, sorry. I should probably go before I start kicking stuff. I get a little fiddly after a certain amount of time. So yeah, so if you ever had somebody like, oh, I didn't expect what your sun sign is, you seem different than I first thought of you. Like, I got a different impression of you when I first met you, but now I've got to know you, and like, you're different. They're probably picking up on your rising sign. which is your first impression, and yeah, it's your gate to the world, and it's also whatever the planet rules that sign, then that planet is your ruler, and it's a very lucky planet for you. So once you find out what your rising sign is, look up the planet that rules that sign, and like just meditating and like connecting with that planet is like very beneficial to you, because it's how you approach the world. And you know, it's so fascinating. Can you see that there's like a little Saturn like logo? It's over here, It says like Cosmic Tingles. I know it's teeny tiny. I haven't figured out how to make it big. So I've always been I liked the planet Saturn, and I made it my little logo. And like when I was in college, I made a Saturn necklace when I took Jewelry 101, and yeah, I like doodle like Saturns a lot because I like the ring. And then I found out just like 2 or 3 years ago, I finally found my birth time by calling the city I was born in, because I didn't know where my birth certificate was, or like maybe my birth certificate like didn't have the the time of birth, so I had to call Cambridge, and I talked to like the town hall lady, and she told me my birth time, and it was super easy, and she didn't yell at me or anything, which is nice. I get like, you know, it's like scary to like call people. And it was super easy. She told me my birth time, and I was like, whoa. And then I looked it up, and I found out I was Aquarius rising. So the modern ruler of Aquarius is Uranus. But Uranus wasn't discovered until like 1800s, I think, or something crazy, right? I think that's right. I'm not sure. Anyways, but before that, the old ruler of Aquarius was Saturn. So Aquarius has 2 rulers, Saturn and Uranus. But for looking at your rising sign, for finding out your chart ruler, the planet, you work from the old planets, the old model. Yeah. So yeah, Saturn is a lucky planet for me, and I made it my little logo on my channel. I mean, it's Cosmic Tingles and everything. It's like on brand and all that, but I thought that was neat. So yeah, freenatalchart.com. You need to know when you were born. If you don't know when you were born, you can call the town hall or city hall, and they won't yell at you, and they'll tell you. And yeah, it's very interesting. You get to know like so many different layers than your sun sign, and it's fascinating. It's like very cathartic and great for self-reflection and getting to know different parts of your personality, and you'll start to connect the dots of like why you are certain ways, like in different situations, and very cool. Alright, how do you know if someone is good at tarot reading when looking for someone to read for you? Interesting question. Well, everybody reading tarot is gonna like have their own energy that they bring to it, so I guess it just depends on if you feel comfortable with that person and if they have a positive attitude. And yeah, sometimes some tarot readers, or also like some astrology readers, they put too much like well, astrology readers, sometimes I don't like when they put too much like their personal experiences in it. Like I listen to astrology podcasts, and then I don't like tarot readers that use it. I don't like it as a fortune telling advice. model. I mean, nothing that you, it's like kind of complicated, but so I believe that we're in charge of our destiny, and we are the driver of our lives. And to ask cards like what's going to happen is like giving our power away. I mean, there's a potentiality, right, for a potential future that you could see, but like when there's a tarot reader that's like, this is going to happen, this is in your future, I don't vibe with that, because we have the power to choose a different path, to take a different approach, and it can be changed. But it's kind of like, when it's showing you the future, it's kind of just showing a potential future from the way you are acting right now. But if you change how you act, if you change your current energy and your strategy, then that future, you can move your way to a different future timeline. So I see tarot as more of like a manifestation, but it can give you like the energy. Like if you ask like, what should I know about this business trip coming up, like it can show you the energy for it. But like, I don't like when they're like, oh, this is gonna happen for sure. It's kind of like showing the weather, and then you have the opportunity to see how you navigate the weather. If you're going to bring an umbrella and you're gonna pack rain boots, you know, like you can handle the future energy. So yeah, that's just, and I also don't like yes or no's really in tarot. I think it's too definitive, because there's so many different factors that can change. There's just so many variables, and it's giving away too much of our power to the cards, and it's just not logical for how much opportunity we have for change and transformation. Yeah, so I see them as like manifestation tools, mostly, like for getting certain goals. That's what I like to see tarot, because it's kind of like showing the soul journey, and it's a way to tell us how to work with our own energies and what can we bring forward to get to a certain kind of goal or outcome that we want. So is your ascendant your rising sign, duck tree duck? Yeah, the rising sign and ascendant is the same. They're speaking about the same placement. Yes, that is correct. Stacey says, well, this has been an excellent healing session. Thanks so much for sharing your lovely energies with us. You're a magnificent light worker, if I've ever known all that. That's very sweet of you, Stacey. Thank you so much. Brian says, oh, Resident Alien is on, I think right now, on USA Network and Sci-Fi. I've never seen that show. You know what show we're watching right now is on Netflix. It's called Tastefully Yours. It's a Korean rom-com, and it's so good. It's so cute, and the cinematography is good, the acting is good, the comedy is good, and the sets are good. It's just so sweet. I love a good, like, light, little Korean romantic comedy. I've been getting into, foreign TV shows lately, and it's been so much fun. And it's so much fun to watch foreign stuff with subtitles, because you can just pretend that they delivered the line perfectly. Like, there's never they said that acting was bad. You could just pretend that the acting is perfect, because you're just reading it and you're imagining it in your mind. So I speaking about the opposite sign, I think like Taurus and Scorpio, can I read into both for guidance when reading my zodiac? Yeah, so look to the opposite sign. So let's look at Scorpio and Taurus. Scorpio is in the fall, and you plant seeds in the fall for flowers, and then the flowers bloom in Taurus season. So Scorpio, like, they're opposites, but they're also so similar. Scorpio is sexuality, Taurus is sensuality. Scorpios and Tauruses, they also have like kind of like a wall, the same, but like they have a wall for like different reasons. Like Scorpio has a wall because they're like more like observing, and they have like a tough exterior because they have like a soft interior. Taurus keeps a wall, I think, because they just like to stay in their peace. They want to chill. And yes, and their conversation styles are opposites in that Scorpios, they like to talk about really raw topics. They want to talk about your childhood. They want to talk about all like different hardships and really deep personal things that people have gone through. Taurus, they don't want to talk about that. Taurus, they want to talk about a funny meme that they saw. They want to talk about this new restaurant they tried. Taurus like wants to keep it like light, and Scorpio loves getting it like heavy. So you can see that there's opposites, but like there's also like a similarity to them as well. There's more to it as well. Yeah, so you always look at 6 months away from your own birthday for your half birthday sister sign, and then you can find your opposite in the zodiac. It's very fascinating. And it's so, when you find people that their sun sign and their moon sign is opposites, it's very interesting. It can either make them like kind of like erratic, but it can also be a very grounded person too. It could be that they've really brought themselves into balance. So it depends on if they've done like the work. If they're like in like that low vibration of the experience, it could be like very all over the place, or it could be like very they've leveled their own scales. Oh, I hope you feel better, Sarah. Tauruses love chocolate, yes. And I just brought my hairdresser, I found out she's a Taurus, and I brought her chocolate cake that I made. I brought her a slice, and I didn't even know she was a Taurus, and like her birthday's coming up. I made double chocolate raspberry muffins, but I made it in a loaf pan because I didn't want to deal with the muffin cups and I always make a mess when I make muffins, like the scooping into the cups and everything. So I found out that if you ever find a muffin recipe, you just have to bake it for longer, but you can make any muffin recipe in a loaf pan and it comes out amazing, and it's just like having a big massive muffin. You're so introverted and sensual, and you're totally keeping things lighthearted and upbeat, but tend to ruminate on your own thoughts and feelings. Yeah, once you look up the rest of your chart, you're gonna discover all different parts to yourself where you're like, yeah, I'm like kind of Taurus, but like sometimes I'm also like this, and like when I'm at work I'm like this, and like when I first meet people, then I kind of feel like this. Like the whole chart will like make you know yourself on different levels for all the different facets of your personality. Yeah, Tauruses, they really love, so they rule over the senses. So, sense of smell, and like hearing, musical, and like visual. So they're like appreciative of art and, yeah, like a real, like, tangible appreciation for good music. And very into textures, like very into feeling like a nice velvet or like a really quality fabric shirt. Like a Taurus is really going to appreciate that. Very like into textures. My Venus is in Taurus and in the second house, and the second house is ruled over Taurus as well. I think I have my Mars is in the second house as well. My Mars is in Aries, but it's in the second house, so my Mars has some Taurus elements because it's in the second house, and Taurus is ruled over the second house. There's a lot of layers to it that might sound confusing, but just take your time learning about astrology. You're already learning so much more about yourself. Yeah! Am I into MBTI? The Myers-Briggs. I only know about my own test. What was it? The word is escaping me. I was a EMFP. It's a I'll do some ear cupping while I think. EMFP or ENFP? ENFP. And like it was like the word to describe it is like someone who like does seminars or something. So for couples, Steven, I think like everybody, all signs have the opportunity to get along. It's just gonna be different vibes, and depending what your vibe is, also look for couples, don't just look for sun sign, but also look for someone's moon sign, and like, because the moon is like how people express their emotions, so that's important for a relationship. And also look for the Venus, because Venus is how someone expresses love and what they love and how they express love. So there's a lot of different facets to it, and just like, you know, people can have very different signs, and that can make them get along, but it could also make it a very interesting dynamic where they can like learn from each other, or like, and then they can be very similar, and they can get along swimmingly because they're so similar. Or maybe sometimes they're too similar and it's not good. So it's like, I wouldn't say there's like anything you could really look up to see if something's gonna be good or not good. So it's really circumstantial. There's all different dynamics to it, and like what your soul is looking for at this time. How can you find your moon sign? By looking up Google free natal chart, free star chart. You can look under free is I think it's called cafeastrology.com. But I'm gonna get going, guys. It's really nice. I can talk about astrology like all night. Oh, it's gonna bug me. I can't remember what the. I can look up right now the word. Myers-Briggs, ENFP. What's that word? Something with a C. And my phone's not working. Okay, here we go. The campaigner. Oh, that was bugging me. I was like, they do seminars. Yeah, the campaigner. That's what I got for my writing test. Alright, folks, thank you so much for being here. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. Yeah, I'm starting to get sleepy. I was sleepy when I came on, so I'm just progressively getting more sleepy. Yeah, I hope you had a nice time. I had a nice time. And check out CosmicTinglesHealingCenter.com to check out my upcoming Zoom class for sacral chakra balancing. It's gonna be rad. And check out all my other energy work that I do, where you can work with me if you want, and it'll be really fun. And yeah, some more content coming soon, more lives coming soon, and I appreciate you guys being here and being cool. And yeah, I will see everybody soon. I hope you have a good night.